Inside Satori with Kyle Paton. How's it going, Kyle?
Good, yeah.
So Kyle has a fight coming up in 8 days? Is it? Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure, not exactly sure.
9 days. So I thought it was a good time just to get in and just talk to Kyle for a few minutes. So, are you looking forward to the fight?
I'm really excited. Been waiting ages for fights. Like, it's last fight was in February.
Yeah.
So it's been so many months. I had so many fights falling through and it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be deadly to get a fight this year.
Absolutely. How many fights fell through? 3 fights?
Was there one before that as well? Was there? No, 2. Maybe 3.
So yeah, you're meant to fight just in the show up in Newry. Then you had Blanchardstown in Cage Legacy, and then you're going to fight Joss in Cage Legacy as well. And I fell through. Now you're going to fight. Yeah. So it's just been one show after another, and just the year it is. What can you? There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's very understandable from the show's point of view, but it just means that the training's been all over the place, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't. Like, I've still been training. I mean, the training in terms of like what we've been doing and in terms of the camp has been changed up a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like training's been very consistent.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, like even since after the last fight, I've been training pretty much non-stop. Like.
Yeah. Do you think having to adapt and change what you can do will help you over the long run?
What you can do in what way?
Well, like obviously you had to do like a lot of your own training.
Yeah.
Who I think will separate a lot of people who really want to who don't, because you had to do most of the stuff by yourself or self-motivated.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like running, a lot of sprinting, a lot of like strength and conditioning work, a lot of just hitting a bag by yourself. And most people aren't going to do it. Like.
Yeah, true. I think that helps someone like me though, so I like training myself.
Yeah.
Being a lot less distractions, a lot less people in your ear telling you what to do and what way to do it, kind of in my own head. Got a good grasp and then main out to know where I need to be going and what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's helped me in that sense that I've kind of gone my own direction and what I need to do, which I think I know enough about that and where and what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So my own training's been good, pushing myself a lot as well. Don't need someone shouting at me to push me.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing because I'm not great at shouting at people. Clan Wars, the show itself, like fair play to the guys putting on the show, and they seem to really be on top of things. But it's going to be very different there as well. Like there's going to be no crowd, you have to do COVID tests, one corner man. In the background, do you think that's going to also be something that will benefit you down the line, having that sort of experience,
Yeah,
different experience?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a lot quieter. I'm happy with Clan Wars because I really believe that as you get the show done.
Yeah.
Obviously with some other organisations, touch and go.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with them. I have faith that they'll get it done, which is a good thing. Then in terms of like the way it's going to run, it's going to be really, really different. But it's good. Like I mean, my first fight was a bit mad as well. That didn't really faze me at all. Like this one it won't be much different. Like I mean, there's going to be less people there. The cage will be different. The atmosphere will be different. A bit more sinister of an atmosphere. I'll be looking forward to that. Like a bit quieter, a bit more vicious or something.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want tickets for it as well, the stream, we have it up in our bio and it's up in Kyle's bio as well. So it's going to be good. I think something like a lot of people maybe might not be aware, but it's for the Clan Wars title, the welterweight title, which is great. Kyle was in for a title last time, had a really good match at the super welterweight, and the last welterweight champion went straight into Bellator and won his debut with a first round finish with a really impressive fight against a good quality opponent also. So is that something that you'd be looking for in the future, to springboard off something like this and then go on to the professional ranks and such?
Yeah, 100%. Seems to be the path. It seems to be a clear path. It's winning titles at amateur, going into professional organisation, winning fights there, consistently doing well, and then moving on to belts in the professionals.
Absolutely.
And you can see people do it, and like, no offense to anyone that is doing it, but like, it's not like they're not phenomenal. They're not spectacular or amazing or anything. It's pretty. From what I can see, I mean, they're good. They're all good. Like, I consider myself good as well. So I don't see why they can do it and I can't. You know what I mean? It's not like I look at them and go, wow, they're just amazing. Like they're just people. They're just normal people training like I am. So if they can do it, so can I.
Yeah, absolutely, even more so. I know what you mean. Like I've been watching a few fights recently, And sometimes you get people that are really, really
Yeah.
skilled, and then sometimes you get a few people that aren't quite as good. And they're fair play to them. They're still getting in there, and they're still getting paid to get in there, which is nice. But it goes to show the level, because there's something we were talking about recently. The amount of shows that are on now compared to what there was. I think there's 50 something UFC shows plus 20 something Bellator. So you're talking maybe 70 or 80 shows there, plus like a bunch of other really good organisations. As opposed to back in the day, there was maybe 6 UFCs a year. So the chances for people to get in there, and we're seeing more and more Irish people getting signed to the UFC and major organisations. It's brilliant, and I think it's great to see. And like Kyle was saying, he can see people doing it, so why can't he do it? It's very right. And
don't get me wrong, there's some people that do impress me out there. That are good and lifts the standard in the country. I think the standard's pretty good in the country as it is. So for them people to be impressing the public is something I want to do. So
absolutely,
something you need to do.
Yeah. Was there anything in particular that, we're kind of going back to the start here, but was there anything in particular that got you into MMA in the first place? Because most people, they might have an idea that they would like to do something like that, but it seems like so far away to actually winning titles at a pro level and making a career of it. Most people will be the guys that are just thinking of giving it a try, and those guys that do give it a try then are just the beginner level guys for the most part. Was there anything that, like, from the start of your career that got you into it, or anything from the start of your career that you thought was quite beneficial to most people?
Like when I first started doing it, or before I started doing it?
Before you started doing it.
Nothing really stands out to be that beneficial. I mean, I enjoyed fighting. Not that I had a lot of fights, like, but I enjoyed them a little bit. You know, then watching McGregor a good bit as well, he really made me think, wow, like, look at this fella. I was amazed by him at the start, you know, definitely was. I thought he was spectacular in what he was doing, and the way he talked motivated me and just made me believe that I could do it. And then, once I started doing it, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought, this is deadly, like, I really want to give this a shot. I don't want to be just some guy in 10 years looking back saying, oh, what if I done this, what if I done that? So I thought I'd give it a real good go. Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's a testament to yourself. Motivation, like McGregor was in vogue, when was that, about 2015, 2016 then maybe?
Yeah, 2016 was just like big one, but the year before that, 2015 was when he was trying to up and come. I think he might have fought Mendes at the end of 2015.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he fought Aldo at the end of 2015 and Mendes in the summer 2015, I'm not sure, but something like that.
Well, I think a lot of people have a similar story. They saw that running momentum with McGregor, and then they were like, I can do that now. He's obviously phenomenal. So there's very few people that can actually do it, but it's great to see the motivation and also the timeline, because that's when you got motivated to try out martial arts, where some of the opponents that you're fighting have been training since they were 4, 5, 6 years of age. You know, so I think that's a good testament to your work ethic, your progress that you've made in the sport, and your desire to get where you want to get to. And else you want to say?
No, not really. Looking forward to the fight is the main thing. That's where my head's at right now. Like,
absolutely.
Worked hard over the last few months, but it won't mean nothing if I'm going to win. After losing the last one for the title, like, for me it feels like just like a must win for me. Like, I can't lose this one. Have to win this one. Like, so it's the mindset I'm going in. I'm not letting him get an edge on me in this one at all. Going in to make a statement.
Until then,